Hi, good morning. So we're going to wait for a few folks to join us and then we'll get started. Happy wellness, Claudia. So I am in my backyard and there are a lot of cars passing by. Sorry about that. It's just a lot nicer outside than it is inside right now. Although it is colder outside. Right, so for today's morning wellness, we are going to do just a quick 3-minute guided meditation. I've never done or I've never led a guided meditation, so I'm going to play one that's just 3 minutes off of YouTube, and I thought it'd be great because then you can access it yourself later on. And then after we do that 3-minute guided meditation, I'm going to give some tips and tricks on how to kind of protect our own energy throughout the day, and then how to send some love and light for ourselves, some self-compassion. I think is really important right now. Hi, Gabe. So we're going to do a guided meditation that's led. It's a 3-minute mindful breathing meditation to relieve stress. And go ahead and just type that in YouTube if you want to revisit this video. It's on YouTube under the Stop, Breathe, and Think page, or their profile, whatever you call it on YouTube. So we're going to get started with that. So go ahead and find yourself in a nice comfortable position, either on a chair or on the floor somewhere. It's always important to have a straight back during this meditation. So go ahead and sit up straight and pull your shoulders back if you can, if you feel comfortable doing that. But the most important thing is just to be comfortable, okay? So we'll get started.
Mindful breathing. Close your eyes and rest your hands on your knees. Bring your attention to the touch of your body on your seat. Feel the weight of your body on your chair or cushion. Make sure that your back is straight and that you're comfortable. Take a few deep breaths. While you're breathing deeply, relax your shoulders, your stomach muscles, the muscles in your face, your hands, and your legs. Let go of all the tightness in your body. Now bring your attention back to your breath. Notice what it feels like as it enters through your nose, goes down through your throat, filling your lungs, and back out through your nose. Notice your stomach and chest rise and fall each time you breathe in and each time you breathe out. And just allow your breathing to be natural and relaxed. Now bring your attention to the feeling of your breath in your nose. Feel your breath as it comes in and goes out. Just focus on this sensation, paying attention to each time you breathe in and each time you breathe out. As you inhale, maybe your breath feels cool. And as you exhale, maybe it feels a little warmer. When your mind wanders, or if you become distracted, just notice what's going on in your head, and then gently bring your attention back to your breath, going in and out. Focus on the feeling of your breath and allow thoughts and feelings to come and go in the background. Now gently bring your attention back to the touch of your body on your seat and open your eyes.
Perfect. So that was just 3 minutes. How did that go for everybody? We're used to doing maybe 5 minutes on a certain part of our body, but today we just did a general breathing 3-minute exercise. Was that easier? Was that harder for everyone? Did you prefer the guided meditation as opposed to just the music in the background? And feel free to comment below just so I have an idea of how you all are feeling. Hi DT Full Live. Hey Morton, how's it going? Any comments on how it went? Again, this is for you all. Hopefully you enjoyed the meditation and you're enjoying the morning meditations. That was great. You could totally lead something like that. Guided meditations help stay in focus. Yeah, it's sometimes easier to stay in focus because we're not as accustomed to being just silent and sitting in silence on our own. Yeah, sometimes, especially if you're beginning to meditate, it's best to just have someone lead it, because you're like, what do I do? Where do I put my thoughts and where do I put my focus? So that's why guided meditations are always easy too. Or they're not necessarily easy, but sometimes they're preferred for other people. Great, I'm glad you liked it. Again, you can go ahead and find that guided meditation on YouTube. Just search 3-minute guided meditation on YouTube and you should have access to that. So I'll try to put that in our, try to put the link somewhere where you can access it. And really quick before we end our day, since I did do a 3-minute as opposed to a 5-minute meditation, I'm going to share just a few tips and tricks for those of us who are at home, sharing space with other people. Hi Bella, thanks for joining us. We just finished our 3-minute guided meditation, but you can go ahead and find the link later on. I'll be posting it and I'll share that with you. I can send it to a direct message for you if you want. So what we're going to be doing now is we are going to be doing a little self-compassion and love. And the self-compassion and love exercise, feel free to take it, feel free to leave it, whatever. If it serves you, cool, and if you don't like it, then that's fine too. Sometimes things like this make people uncomfortable, sometimes they don't really like it, and that's totally okay. So this is just a short guide to some self-compassion practices, and then throughout the practice you'll be able to practice giving that compassion towards other people. So I'm going to be reading off my notes, so you're going to be seeing me kind of refer to something on my side, just in case you're curious what I'm looking at. So it's like kind of directing loving and kindness towards ourselves first, and then radiating it towards our loved ones, some maybe towards some people that we don't really get that along with, and then towards other people in the world. So some people like to use words and some people like to use imagery and imagination. I'm more of an imaginative person, so when I picture self-love and self-compassion, it's more like a visual. It's more like a light, it's more like healing energy, it's more like flowers and feel good kind of stuff. And I kind of picture that all coming into me and inhaling all of that good stuff and then just breathing it out. And that in itself is considered some kind of self-compassion practice. And then if you do choose to do that form of meditation or practice, then you can also imagine that light and beautiful energy being spread through you, and then it becomes like a bigger light, a bigger good feeling, and then it just kind of covers your whole body, and then it spreads out bigger and bigger, and then you can direct that beautiful light to either your partner, your family, friends, And then as you get better at that practice, you can then pass it on to people that you don't even know who you think deserve some love and light. And then also to some people maybe that you don't get along with. Sometimes it feels really good to do that for them too. And then you can spread it all over the world. So that's just a simple imaginative kind of self-compassion and love and practice for yourself and for other people. Some people like words, so you can say something around the lines of, may I be happy, may I be peaceful, may I be safe, may I awaken to the light of my true nature, and may I be free. And you can do whatever mantra or whatever words feel comfortable to you, and then you can repeat that for yourself, for other people, for people that you don't necessarily get along with or you feel like need some positive energy, and then to the rest of the world. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me on these morning wellnesses. I know sometimes they can be a little out there. Sometimes they're very simple. My favorite was yesterday's morning meditation, and I highly recommend going back to that in our IGTV on our FoodWhat Farm Instagram. It's the mountain meditation, and it's basically just imagining a giant mountain and its beauty and its grace, and then emanating that same strength and power within ourselves. So I recommend going to that if you are a visual person, and it's also guided. So if you like guided meditation, I recommend you go to that. Any questions? Anything you would like to share in the comments before I head out? I'm trying to keep these not drag on. So let me know if you have any questions, and if you're good, maybe just send a nice thumbs up in the comments so I know that we're good to go and I don't feel like I'm leaving you all hanging. Thanks again for joining me at this morning's wellness meditation and self-compassion and self-love practice. I know it's really hard, especially right now what we're going through. It can be a little overwhelming. So for me, thank you for even just being here and watching these videos. It makes me feel like, very motivated to get out of bed and do this every morning. So thank you so much. Have a good day, and I will see you all later. Thank you, Janie101. Later on today, I believe we are going to be releasing today, David at 2 o'clock is going to be releasing our taco recipe. This is the recipe we use during our spring programming, and we cook with youth. So if you're interested in that recipe, go ahead and click that. At 2 o'clock, I'm not sure if it's going to be live. He might just post it on our Instagram page, but we'll see you then. And then I believe tonight David also might be going live. So that'll be at 8 o'clock. Thank you again so much for joining us. Have a good day.